Back with us for the final push of this game number 4. Dr. J, let's go back to your 2 points earlier about the pressure and the confidence required. Purefoods surviving the pressure of that third and may have the confidence to close it out here in the 4th.
Yeah, and on the other hand, you have the pressure against Alaska and the confidence of its players everywhere. I think they've missed a total of 14 free throws in this ball game already, 8 of them in that third quarter. And the ball game was tied going into the third quarter. Carriazo didn't even want to shoot that one.
Chance to reset for Alaska. Still in the first minute of the final quarter. Carriazo passes off again.
But he's not even looking to shoot. He's looking to pass. And Purefoods took that quarter by 7. Remember, we were tied at 40 all. And a big 25-point output. And Meyer Hopper led them with 9 points.
That's the huge difference for Purefoods in that third quarter. Perios trying to create room.
That's
and Meyer Hopper
easy shot for Perios. 8-second violation. You can see the shot clock is 15, and he was still not past that line.
Anyway, Simon apologizing to the bench. Just to go back to that last defensive stop by Purefoods. What has been one of the trademarks definitely is the challenge of every shot that has been taken by Alaska in the series.
Pero alam mo, itong matagal pa ito. That's why hindi pa nagpapanik si team. He's not putting in his big guns yet. Because this is just the early part of the 4th. Oh, and we almost straight away. Yung mga matagal na hindi naglalaro, talagang mahirap maglaro.
Carriazo will let it fly.
Finally, yeah, looking for a shot. He's not been looking for a shot and finally looked for one and made it. That was like rain in this drought.
I was about to say the same thing.
Rain in this drought.
Our pavements are about to be on fire with the heat. 40s and 43 as the highest yesterday. Meyer Hopper cutting up the interior. Got it to Mike!
Meyer Hopper not playing like a rookie as far as the offensive game is concerned. He's beating Tony De La Cruz from afar. Take a look at this. That's pick. Tony is late. There's the foul. A lot of extra steps, but given the continuation.
Third foul of De La Cruz. If Ryan Gregorio and his Purefoods team hangs on, it will be his 3rd title overall, counting his triumphs in the 2002 Governor's Cup and the 2006 Philippine Cup. Which will tie him in 11th place with coaches who have had multiple championships. Carriazo will shoot
and make a 3-point shot. You were talking about Jeff coming into the ball game. Iba yung dati na nandoon, iba yung malakas na loob. Jeff Carriazo, even though in the twilight of his career, he's got that. Oh, that's offensive foul. Na-excited naman si Meyer Hopper there. Again, wanting to give off an assist.
May lakas sa loob talaga si Carriazo. Chiki.
Thank you, Seb. You know that Coach Tim Coney is going all in this game when he maximizes not only L.A. Tenorio and Willie Miller, but also Sonny Tos. After averaging 9.7 points in 23 minutes per game in the first 3 games, Tos has 17 points and has played 28 minutes already in 3 quarters. And right now, he's one of 3 Alaska players who has scored in double digits. Seb, Dr. J?
Thank you very much.
Another thing, if you notice, Seb, the difference of L.A. Tenorio and Willie Miller, the good players. But Carriazo and Brandon Cablay are bigger than them. So they're giving problems also to the guard line ng you don't want to switch off just like that.
No whistle, play on. Everybody thought there was a whistle.
Yeah, because Arcati got knocked down to the floor.
You know, the frame in bowling does not end until all the pins have been accounted for. Good stretch, no basket though. A chance to use some clock here, but malayo pa though.
Yeah, there's still 9 minutes to go. Eternity of basketball.
Yes, indeed. 5-point lead by The Hot Dogs, the Giants, and James Schaaf has
Offensive foul.
more. Oh, yes indeed.
I think he was outside the lane. You're going to see clearly if Hugnatan was outside the lane. That'll probably show it that slow-mo. I don't think there was a lot of argument there on the part of Ryan. He goes in. Hugnatan is clearly out of that circle. That circle is there. The thing has been established. It's a good call.
The Bly will now move out. Tenorio for the final push, I guess.
And a very foolish foul on the part of the Vans. I mean, you don't have to push somebody. All you have to do is just go there and go back. He pushes him, picks up an offensive foul.
That'll be sport then. Tim Cowan pulls out the Vans.
You know, he has numbers that shouldn't be getting that kind of minutes. He's got 4 points and no rebounds. He can't make free throws.
Yep, he's trying to make a decision here. Shoots at 3. Meyerhofer. Oh, created a space but overshot, and he was on the line.
But you have to give credit to Meyerhofer. Every ball in sight, he's getting it.
Madaling sabihin, oh, ba't hindi nilabas muna yung bola para reset? Hindi, pero he was feeling it eh.
Yeah, that guy already has double figures. Can't blame him. Plus an assist, very clear assist, a 3-point shot to Simon earlier.
8 minutes and 28 left in game 4. What kind of headline will we read tomorrow? And a timeout requested by Borboran.
And that's a problem. Borboran is also not a guy that has a lot of understanding of the game, especially under pressure. And he was trapped out there with a Meyerhofer on top of him. And the last guy to call a timeout.
Minutes 23 remaining, still close and tight as ever as the way the series has been played out.
Willie Miller has been sent back into the ball game to replace Borboran. Even though they're smaller, you go with all your best players now. You may be smaller, well, Purefoods is not exactly bigger with Rafi Ribis and Mark Pingree sitting on the bench. Well, Ribis is there already, I'm sorry. So, bahala na itong ginawa ni Tim dito. He has to gamble now and keep Cariaso, who's been playing well there as a small forward.
And the Alaska taking the ball away. Chance to creep in even closer now.
That's open.
Could be tied.
And look at Artadi push the ball up.
And not force it as the rest of the gang was not just ready there. This shot at the last moment, Rivas waits and is fouled on the way up.
Good fake there. And Tenorio had no choice but to give up the foul, picking up his 3rd personal foul. Si Willie pala yun, I'm sorry.
Tatlo na yun. You know, Ronnie McSannock was telling me how delighted they were with the contributions of Rivas. In the meantime, we just want to present to you this Mr. Donut Swakto shot. Ay, swakto talaga pag kay James Schaaf. Buong Pilipinas, Mr. Donut na 5 piso lang ang swakto.
1 out of 2. A 4-point lead for Purefoods. 7.5 minutes left. Game number 4.
Not exactly the safest of leads. Here's Nathan on the outside. Cariaso. Big pick by Doss. It's perfectly legal, says the referee. The ball is tapped away by Rivas. Purefoods rushing. And he fouled before anything could be done. First foul of Tenorio.
Pero tatlo na ang team foul nila. So slowly but surely they're creeping into that penalty situation. Pingree is about to be sent back in. Pagod na ito si Meyerhofer. Played extended minutes.
What a lift he has provided.
Oh, nahuli ni Willie si James doon. He read his move. He wanted to dribble. If he dribbles, he's going to go left before he moves the ball to his right hand. So nahuli siya ni Willie Rooney.
Saka yung position ng paa, no? Yung pag-swing mo from left, to left rather, nahuli ni Willie.
A wet spot here. It will be taken care of. Are there other things to be taken care of here?
And the mop man's 15 seconds of fame, as Andy Warhol used to say.
Jody Vance, by the way, has been sent back into the ball game for Carriazo, who contributed 5 points in that stint.
4-point game, 6:51 to go. Here's the Vance. Drives hard. Dixie do, won't do. Lead pass. He is gone.
Again, Devance going on a one-on-one, stop the ball movement, one-on-one against Rafi Ribis. He's not going to get any easy shot against Rafi Ribis on a one-on-one. You can forget that.
LA.
This is a shot he should take. He's open.
But can't nail it, Dr. Jack.
Well, there's nothing for him tonight here. But Tim Cone had no choice but to go back to him. But I don't know if he wants to keep him on the floor. Guy has not contributed anything positive for you.
Fingers. James. The blue side of the floor beginning to feel extra special here tonight. With 6 minutes and 4 ahead, 73 to 65. A 30-second timeout has been requested. Brought to you by Handy Picks and First Aid and Buy More. Bonds all, seals all. Alaska not getting points for their, as quote-unquote, the usual suspects, Dr. J. And they needed the most, actually.
And it's quick. That timeout was also to get Devance out of the game. And they brought back De La Cruz. Look at his numbers. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 0 out of 7 from the field, 4 out of 10 from the free throw line.
And by the way, we're glad we could join all of these people, 17,000, plus you and me,
Thank
and
you.
all these two guys enjoying the game here at the Big Dome. At saan man ho kayo naroon sa bayan natin na ito. Dr. J, malayo pa ito, di ba? 6:04.
Definitely a lot of time. That's why team had to make that adjustment. He could not keep the Vance there because the ball stopped moving. Si Peter, Chan Lang, at saka si Willie Marshall, at saka si Nito Hinocos.
Yes, Willie Marshall is asking about that kind of hairdo of Peter, which is fitting for him, will fit him. Willie, don't even think about it.
Nothing fits you.
Here's LA. De La Cruz.
And again, James running berserk here.
His pass, however, is a wayward one, picked up by Alaska. Tenorio to Miller. 5:23 to go. Penetration. Won't cook it.
Alaska beginning to collapse now.
It's their offense that seems to desert them, especially in the fourth quarter.
Well, it's happening right now because
they can't seem to drain that shot, whether it's a layup or a shot from the outside, when it matters the most. Roger. Yes!
what we talk about, pressure, confidence. Nasa Purefoods lahat ang advantage. Alaska, they're beginning to collapse, and this is one more time. Bahala na ito. This timeout is designed to try to get them back into the game.
We're actually in back-to-back timeouts, and I think let's see what we can do here. We can take a look at the Tokyo Portoncatsu's feature in just a short while. I know these guys are hungry already. We'll think of Tokyo in a short while, but this some of the Purefoods fans, they're feeling good about this, Dr. J.
Well, definitely because they can see that Alaska's beginning to crumble here. Key players are missing easy shots. They've missed a ton of free throws in this game. They can't seem to stop the juggernaut of the Purefoods Giants. And Alaska, except for Carriazo's small stick on the floor, cannot get players coming from its bench the way that Purefoods has gotten production from the players coming off the bench, especially in this case Meyer Hopper. Canyaleta gives them a little, Simon gives them a little. Yun ang hindi nakakuha ng Alaska. And early in the series, well, not in the series, even in the early part of the conference, as we take a look at our Tonkatsu Tokyo play of the game.
Hold that thought, Dr. J, and that play just typifies what they're getting. Purefoods Giants, a little of everything. At sigurado ko, masarap ang feeling nila pag tumuloy-tuloy yan after the game. You were talking about the shortening of the lineup of Alaska, and while on the other hand, Purefoods getting dividends from here, there, and almost everywhere.
That's right. Yun ang malaking bagay. Tapos ito, full court press ka. The energy is so much because they've used 10, 11 players. Larry Fonacier has also been bought into the game in Alistarezio Nathan. Willie Miller drives, and he makes it, and a 1-1. So there is still a flicker of hope.
Kahit low bat na, pwede pa makatawag na konti.
Hindi, ito kandila ginamit dito. There's candlelight, there's hope.
Ayun.
You know that?
Mas maganda yung symbol na yan. Mas maganda yung metaphor na yan.
Mahaba yung kandila. Medyo mabagal, medyo maganda yung wax.
But it's like a candle in the wind.
Ayun ang kay
Elton John.
For Princess Diana, and Willie Miller misses another free throw and gives up a foul, his fourth. I mean, they might have missed close to almost 20 free throws tonight. 15, 14 bago nito all the way up to the third quarter. Ngayon, 15 na. The game's not over yet.
Nope. As the cameras of our director find Rafi Romano, find Rivas, and maybe, just maybe, that is going to be the most painful of all for Alaska.
Pag dinadunk ka pa, nagdepensa ka, dinadunk ka. Something is wrong. I'm traveling. You can see, there is where the human factor comes into the picture when you're down 3-0. You get demoralized, no confidence, don't know what you want to do.
And this is what our director, Rafi Romano, got earlier, this Yakult slam dunk. And Rivas enjoying the moment. 4 minutes to go. On a share, Tenorio. And followed by Toss. He has played well here tonight.
Actually, the only consistent player for them the whole night. The only one you can say played well for Alaska.
19 for the game. 3:40 remaining. Shot clock at 6. Roger.
Shot an air ball. And again, Kirby was coming from the weak side for the rebound, but because it was an air ball, tuloy-tuloy yung bola palabas. Tumalbok lang sa rin yun. Kuha na naman ni Kirby yun.
Tama-tama yung pwesto niya ron. 3:27 to go. Miller looking inside. There's Fonacier, partially open. Tries to find a spot, gets it to Mike.
He really should get some playing time. This boy can play, and he can play under pressure. There are other players on that team who collapsed under pressure tonight.
And a 30-second timeout requested by Brian Gregorio. Brought to you by Handy Fix ang first aid ng bahay mo, Bonzol Sealzol.
Ito naman talagang ginawa ni Ryan Gregorio the whole conference. Every time may lamang siya o lamang ang Alaska, lumaki ang lamang ng konti, timeout. Design a play, control momentum. Every time na lamang ako, kumonti lang, 4-0. Hindi na niya pinaabot na 8-0, 6-0. 4-0 lang, timeout. Now, he hopes that they can execute here because that's what's needed.
Look at this KFC assist delivery of the quarter. This has been the motif of this game, the Yap combine. Roger Yap to James Yap. Joy watching the PBA with finger looking through the 887. 88. Dr. J, anong balita natin sa next conference? We're starting also in March, no?
21st, that's a Sunday, with the imports, and a lot of them are already here. I think about 3 or 4 wala pa rito. Teams na wala pa o wala pa rito, I don't know.
We'll read about it in the days to come, I'm sure. When this series is over, Fingers lays it in, and it's an 8-point lead.
Well, they cannot stop the big men talagang because they're using small men. Willie with a getaway.
Yes!
Well, they're still in the game. Under 3 minutes. Pero 6 lang ang lamang nito. So again, if they can penetrate and make those passes to the post, malaki ang problema ng Alaska because they only have 1 big man on the floor.
James Yap being surrounded by Panasher. Turn around. Roger gets his own miss. It will drop in.
Ang laki ng advantage niya over LA. He's taller.
Stronger. Back to an 8-point lead. Here's Miller. Fires. 3. If it bites, it does!
Well, really, coming in at the right time. This is Miller time. That gives the Alaska Aces some hope here.
And moving into the last 2 minutes, brought to you by Motolite, pang matagalan. Shot clock at 6. James from long distance. Yes!
Oh, boy. What a shot. 3-point shot yun, huh?
And the MVP's taking over here. 18 points by James Yap. Here's Miller's first one of a draw. Yes! And no, it's an offensive foul. It's an offensive foul.
Really just can come up with a smile now.
5 fouls on Miller and Alaska. Timeout. Back in a moment. Could be a matter of moments before the balloons fall. Let's see how they close out here in the final 1 minute and 33.
We're certainly going to use the clock here. No rush, you're up by 8.
Shot clock at 10. Roger thinking about shooting.
And that will be it. With no more timeouts left, Alaska can no longer stop the game, you know. So they're going to have to go to desperation time, shooting 3-point shots. Purefoods don't... Oh, what a turnover here.
LA picking up the errant pass. Big move by Toss. No, it won't go, and Rivas has it.
And the Giants are going to sweep the Aces. The number 3 seed beating number 1 seed here. Not that bad.
Very rare that another card, and it never happens in a deck of cards, that you can sweep the Aces.
It hasn't happened to Alaska.
Yes. Alaska had the best record going into the playoff round. Purefoods had to go through the quarterfinals, of course through the semifinals.
Went through a lot with the rain or shine team.
Yes, indeed. That pushed them to the max, and the coaching staff of Purefoods.
Well, it's going to be 2 in a row for the Aces, no? 2 bridesmaids. Last year, they lost to the Talk and Text Group Texters. The 24-second shot clock violation, that's just a formality. Game is over at this point, 10-point lead.
And Tim Korn already approaching the Alaska, or rather the Purefoods bench, and to offer his congratulations.
So it's walking through also.
And Tim Korn will walk away from it. And ladies and gentlemen, Purefoods is the champion of the KFC PBA Philippine Cup.
Great feeling for them. They have won 7 straight games.
Yes, indeed.
Going to game 4, 5, and 6 against San Miguel, and then the 4 games here.
Never could we have imagined a sweep, really. coming from Purefoods.
No way, no way, no way. And today it was not close. The pressure there, the confidence. There was nothing left for
It just
Alaska.
ebbed and ebbed and ebbed.
And when you
for
start
Alaska.
making mistakes, turnovers, missing free throws, doon ka mamamatay. But a day of joy for Purefoods. Been since 2006. I know when they won the All-Filipino because they beat my team. But we beat them in the Import Cup before that.
Yes.
So for Ryan, it's again a vindication. His coaching staff, a lot of good people there. Ronnie Magsano. We have
Koy Banal, George
Koy
Galat,
Banal,
and,
George Galat, si Ray
Evangelista.
Evangelista, you know, si Mendoza, yung anak ni Al, and a great moment for Ryan. You know,
And we kept kidding Ray Evangelista saying, Ray is such a quiet guy. And Ray, pwede ka magsalita.
and then of course the team manager Alvin Patrimonio,
Oh, yes.
being part of a championship team again. You know, Purefoods a proud member of the PBA. Of course, it has been to the San Miguel team, a part of the San Miguel group. I remember when it was part of of course, when it belonged to Mr. Sobwell, whom I
Yep.
admire so much, Don Jaime, and I miss him because I read an article the other day. And he was so proud of this
Yep.
team because he likes the Beatles.
They remember those years when Coach Baby was coaching this team.
Yeah, earlier.
And he would enjoy the games.
Oh, marami na coach yan sa
Yes.
Purefoods. Chot Reyes was there. So marami yan. But this is a proud team. It's a team that will
Yes.
stay in the PBA. They're they're a very good club.
You know, they have been here since '88, and
88.
Mon Fernandez was their first coach, playing coach.
Yes. And they had already a super lineup. I'll be joining them in the middle of the season.
That very, very talented batch. That
Jojo
included
Lastimosa,
Jericho
Solis,
Jericho Teñera.
Jericho Tiñera, si Al
And
Solis.
si
Nelson Isantono was also part of that.
Si Glenn Capasio.
No, yes, si Glenn. Oh.
Let's try to see if we can get the announcements on the floor. In the meantime, the celebration just beginning, and Rico Mayer Hopper ending up with his first championship as a rookie.
And that might, unless he doesn't play the whole of the next conference,
Baka nga.
he might have already sewn up the Rookie of the Year honors for Meyer Hoffer, for Rico Meyer Hoffer. Remember, he's a Lasalite. Huh?
Okay, I will. Dominic Uy, another last light, but I like this guy. Go ahead, Dominic.
Of the 2009-2010 KSPBA Philippines Cup. And I'd like to call on PBA Commissioners Sonny Barrios and Marketing Services Managers of KFC, Ms. Melissa Acop and Ms. Annie Malanzan, to award our first runner-up, the Alaska Aces. Big round of applause for the Alaska Aces. A gallant stand by this esteemed franchise.
Dominic Uy with a new career as a Coliseum announcer. Announcing.
Gawin na lang natin bar career.
Oh, yeah. Diyan ka na lang. Let's listen in.
Again, we'd like to call on the Alaska Aces. A round of applause, guys.
And truly sporting gesture on the part of Alaska to come out. I think the whole team will be coming out. Yes, Jeffrey Carriazo bringing them out.
Well, from what I know about Fred Uytengso, he's always been a great sportsman.
Yes, indeed.
You know, you have to take off your hats, and that's why they've been here. 86, 2010, 25 seasons na sila.
At least sila tuloy-tuloy. Ako, I had my
No,
gaps.
ito walang patid.
Oo, walang pati dito.
Jeffrey Carriazo, team captain. Maybe it's last year.
Very rarely did they alter their name from Alaska. They use a coffee brand for a while also.
Fields Brothers.
Yes.
Meron rin sila yung kanilang pasarap. Anyway, here are the champions. No denying it. They outplayed the Aces today, especially.
Let's listen in.
Salvador, number 10, the General Romel Aducol, number 8, the Super Sub PJ Simon, number 41, Don Carlos Aliado, number 4, Rafi Rivas, number 1, the rookie Rico Meyerhofer, Nino KG Canaleta, Kid Lightning Paul Artadi, Mark Pingris, Roger Yap, Kirby Raimundo, and the best player of the conference, Big Game James Yap. We'd also like to call on Purefoods President Mr. Butch Alejo to come join us, Team Governor Rene Pardo, Team Manager, the Captain Alvin Patrimonio, Head Coach Ryan Gregorio, and the assistants, Coach Coy Banal, Ronnie Magsanok, George Gallant, Ray Evangelista, and Dayong Mendoza. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions, the Purefoods TJ Giants. We'd like to call on the president of Purefoods, Mr. Butch Alejo, to give us a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Purefoods, Mr. Butch Alejo.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank all of the fans of the Purefoods Giants. Thank you very much. This is one of a kind, because we made the sweep of the All-Filipino, and of course the team, all of the members of the team really played awesome game. But I'd like to put a lot of credit on our coach, Ryan Gregorio. He's done a good job. So we're all very happy with this win. So in behalf of the management of San Miguel, Mr. Ang and Mr. Cojuangco, again, I would like to congratulate the team and to thank all of you for supporting the TJ Giants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Purefoods President, Mr. Butch Alejo. Now let's hear from Purefoods Governor, Mr. Rene Pardo.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Ngayon, pwede ko na sabihin ang sikreto ng Purefoods bakit hindi napapagod. Ika-30 game na ho namin ito. Ang sikreto ho namin, kayo hong mga fans namin na nagbibigay ng lakas sa amin. Kayo ang dapat palakpakan para ho sa inyo to. Marami ho salamat sa inyo.
Now let's call on your champion coach, Ryan Gregorio.
Lahat po ng kakampi ng Purefoods, umiyaw na po tayo! Yeah! Now, we can celebrate! Yeah! Again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who came over. It took a while. It took a long while, but it is all worth it. I would like to ask specific thanks to the management led by Mr. Cojuangco, Mr. Ang, marami pong salamat sa mga paalala. Mr. Alejo, marami pong salamat. Mr. Non, maraming salamat. At Governor Pardo, masarap po, nandito muli. Marami pong salamat at I'm sure marami po tayong kakampi. Pero gusto ko lang pong pasalamatan din ang aking pamilya, ang aking mga magulang. Through thick and thin, Dad, Mom, maraming salamat sa inyo. In times that I was in trouble, you were there all the time. I love you. Thank you very much, Mom and Dad. And my wife, Jean, and my 2 kids, Ramon and Isabel. Hi to both of you, and my wife, of course, I love you.
Congratulations again to the Purefoods TJ Giants. Now I'd like to call on PBA Commissioner Sonny Barrios and PBA Press Corps President Mr. Tito Talao and Chief Executive Officer of Magna Prime Mr. Derek Tan to award our PBA Press Corps Finals MVP.
"24 points in Game 1, 32 in Game 2. A team high 14 points
in Game 3 and tonight, 18 points. Hands down choice for Handy Fix PBA Press Corps Finals MVP from the Philippine Cup champion Purefoods Giants. Is there any doubt? James Yap!
We'd like to hear a few words from our MVP, Mr. James Yap.
Una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. Talagang binigay na itong championship na to. At saka nagpapasalamat din ako sa lahat na nandito. Sa Araneta, thank you! At syempre, papasalamat ako sa PBA Press Corps, no? Sa Solar, Boss Danding, Boss Ramon, Boss Alejo. Siyempre sa mga teammates ko, dahil kung wala sila, wala tong awards na to. Thank you, thank you. Siyempre sa family ko, no? Talagang nandiyan sila sumusuporta sa akin at gusto ko lang i-dedicate tong award na to sa #1 fan ko, yung mother-in-law. Thank you ma'am. Alam ko sobrang happy ka ngayon, so thank you. And sana wag kayong magsawang sumuporta sa PBA. Thank you!
Congratulations again to James Yap and the entire Purefoods DJ Giants, your champions for the 2009-2010 KFC PBA Philippine Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again on March 21 for the opening of the next conference.
You know, no moment quite like it because it's such a difficult journey to win a PBA championship.
Yeah, definitely. I felt it 5 times in my life, no? And
What's it like?
really fantastic, especially, you know, especially here right now. Ngayon talagang medyo from the 90s especially here in the 21st century. Ang hirap na ng bakbakan, ang lalakas na ng team. You know, preparation is so much. You know, competition is so great. So talagang ang sarap ng feeling.
Yes.
But again, it's good timing. Winning a championship doesn't necessarily entail having the best players, no? But having the right players and having them play on a certain kind of level. Plus the fact that, you know, kung paano mo gusto maglaro na nagagawa mo at a certain time, no? And Purefoods did it. That's why 7 diretso ang panalo niyan.
Dominic Uy has been working double time, and let's make him work a little more. Go ahead, Dom.
Thank you, Seb. James, kanina sinabi ko sa lahat ng mga nanonood na every time ina-award yung best player of the conference, natatalo yung team niya. At medyo yung simula mo, nagmintis ka ng layup, ano ba nangyari doon?
Masyado lang gigil, no? At saka gusto ko lang i-prove na talaga yung jinx na yon, gusto ko hindi totoo yon. So, yun, nag-song start ako sa second half and nawala yung distraction ko na in-award ako na best player of conference. So, yun, nagbunga naman. And syempre, gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa wife ko. Babe, thank you sa lahat ng suporta mo sa akin and sa pag-aalaga, sa food. Yun, nagbunga, MVP tayo at sa best player of the conference pa. So, maraming salamat at saka sa mga mama ko sa Escalante, papa, mga kapatid ko, maraming salamat. Salamat sa inyo tanan, sa mga taga Escalante, Bacolod, Iloilo, mga kababayan ko, para sa inyo lahat to.
Alright, congratulations again, James, at napapabayaan na kitang mag-enjoy. Ngayon, of course, unahin natin, Kirby Raimundo. Kirby, sinabi mo kanina, nagkita tayo sa dugout, sobrang laki ng baso mo ng Gatorade. Sinabi mo, mahaba pa to. Pero ngayon tinapos nyo, you swept it. 4-0. Anong pakiramdam?
Napakasarap talagang. I want to thank the Lord for giving us this championship, and I want to thank my wife, all my relatives, lahat na nagmamahal sa akin. Marami pa. Sino pa ba? Mga taga-Bataan, taga-Mindoro, taga-Romblon, Danny Espinito, my agent, my Molet Pineda, my skills trainer, Jan Aquino, Dan Rose, and to my wife, I love you, Han. Thank you for taking care of me. Itong and my church, Victory Christian Fellowship, thank you for your prayers, and my partners, lahat na nagmamahal, my parents, my in-laws, lahat. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirby Raimundo.
Lahat ng fans din ng Purefoods at sumusuporta sa PBA.
Okay, thank you, Kirby Raimundo. Now I'm with the rookie, Rico Meyerhofer. Rico, sobrang ganda ng linaro mo. Nung third quarter, you exploded with 9 points. At madaming sabi na ikaw yung talagang nag-ignite itong run for Purefoods.
Sabi ni Coach Ryan na if ever ipasok ako, gusto niya energy. So ako, more on the energy player. So boost ko talaga. Saka ano ko parang inspired ako ngayon kasi lahat ng mga taga Puerto Galera, Sabang Beach nanonood. Ayun sila Ayun sila lahat. So sobrang inspired ako, lalo na yung girlfriend ko nanonood, saka yung mga uncle ko, saka yung mga box sa Sabang Beach. I love you so much. Laban natin to.
Rico, anong pakiramdam na nanalo ka ng first PBA championship mo in your first conference?
Well, sobrang blessed ako. Lalo na, nagtithank you nga pala ako kay Lord kasi since 2003 hanggang 2010, lahat ng sinalihan kong team nasa finals. So thank you Lord. Thank you po.
All right. Thank you, Rico Meyerhofer. The PBA will be right back after a few messages.
Sakto sa game 4, ha? Sakto lang. Pahinga na. Pahinga na muna. 2.5 weeks. Si Chiki mag-open. On-cam muna siya. Mic test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test.
Napalabas tayo. AG.
Open mo na. Isa.
Okay.
Back here in the Big Dome, dito po tayo sa dugout ng Champions Purefoods at naliligo po kami sa beer ngayon. And I am with Paul Artadi, one of the point guards of Purefoods. Paul, isa ka sa mga balikbayan dito. Anong feeling na nanalo ka ulit ng championship together with Purefoods?
Yes! Unang-una, papasalamat ako sa management ng Purefoods. Binalik kami rito ni Mark Pingris, Paul, ako at si Ribis. So maraming salamat talaga.
Okay, pati nandito rin si Mark Pingris.
Yeah!
Isa sa dalawang balikbayan. Mark, how do you feel na nag-champion kayo together with Paul dito sa Purefoods?
Well, first of all, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord, no, na
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
yung pinaghirapan namin, yung araw-araw na nagigising kami sa umaga, practice namin. Thank you, Lord. Happy ako at bumalik ako sa Purefoods. Sa mga teammates ko, with James, Kirby.
I love you, Big.
Salamat sa lahat. Sa lahat ng mga taga-Pangasinan, my mom, I love you so much, my brother.
Mga taga-San Juan.
Mga pinsan ko, Prado family, Pascual family, mga Kasupang family, I love you. Kayo, uwi ako, antayin niyo ako dyan. Thank you. Kay Tito Ed, thank you. Sa N1, thank you.
Okay, ikot naman po
Sa
tayo.
mga taga-Tarlac, thank you sa inyo.
Ikot naman po tayo dito. PJ Simon, sinabi mo kanina, saktong-sakto lang yung tuhod mo. Anong ibig sabihin mo doon? Ikaw ba nahirapan ka nung 4 games? What happened to your knee and bakit sinabi mo eksakto-sakto lang?
Unang-una, this is the grace from God. Thank you so much, Lord. Grabe, sobrang overwhelming yung feeling. Grabe, sobrang saya na kahit may injury ako, wala na injury, finals na to eh. And gusto ko magpasalamat dahil nabigyan ako ng chance sa paglaro dito sa finals ulit.
Yes, Peter.
Okay, Kirby, last time kayo
Nanay ko, tatay ko,
2006.
Victory Christian Church namin, Every Nation, thank you sa prayers, partners, in-laws ko sa Las Piñas, mga kamag-anak ko sa Australia, sa Carson, LA, lahat na nagmamahal sa amin, lahat na sumusuporta, mga taga-Baybay Leyte, mga taga-Sabang Beach, mga Bergs, Animo, Labarano,
Mga taga-Balagtasan, Mami, para sa inyo to, mga barkada ko. Okay, dito naman tayo. Ang isa sa mga coach na bihirang-bihirang magpa-interview. Coach George Gallant. Now, share us your thoughts after being quiet for almost 20 plus games. How do you feel being a champion, Coach?
It feels good. It feels good. It feels to be back in the limelight again. Alabang boys, hello to Joanna, my wife and my kids.
Mga taga-tagig! Oo, ganila! Tumigaraw! Kabataan!
Mateo, love you, baby.
Araw to!
Okay, nagkakagulo na rito. Sev, balik muna tayo sa inyo. Woo!
Ang natutunan mo rito, Chiki, pagka merong ganyan, magsasalamin ka, magsishades ka, magpapalit ka ng t-shirt,
Dala ka ng damit.
dala kang damit,
Kundi,
dala ka ng
kasakit.
payong, kasi ulan kailangan natin. 86-76 ang ating final score. Biggest lead, I think, in the series, closing out the series, Dr. Jen.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because the first game was 4, then 1-1, and then 10. But nobody expected this to be a 4-0 sweep. I don't think anybody could have predicted. Even if it went the other way, nobody would have said Alaska would have swept Purefoods. So it's really very surprising. The team really came in. Alaska could find no antidote to its defense. They did not have the bench players, and eventually what happened was nawalan na rin ng loob yung mga ibang mga players na, especially in the game today. So yun ang nangyari, and Purefoods deserves to be the champion.
Okay, Dr. J, but it's going to be a short break for all of us actually.
Yes.
Because as you said, on March 21, we're back in harness.
Kailangan natin talaga mag-umpisa ng March 21 dahil may Holy Week, meron pa tayong All-Star coming next year. So kailangan talaga magkaroon ng maagang umpisa. It has already been scheduled so we can finish somewhere in the June. Somewhere in the middle of June, I think.
Okay, and that's something we could anticipate, the arrival of the guest players, the imports, of course.
Yes, of course, there will be some returnees and there will be a lot of new ones. And obviously, sa new ones, it will be something that the crowd would like to see, because I always felt na ang paniniwala ko dyan, 2 beses lang dapat pabalikin ang import. Because after that, you need, just like a team, you need fresh faces so that you can draw the crowd in. I mean, unless you can get Jordan to come here, or Larry Blount to come here, or Kobe to come here. But if you cannot do that, you change after every 2 years. Just try to get, and there are a lot of people, players, especially in that 6'6" and under, that are available from the States.
Pleasure to be again working
Thank
with
you.
my Dr. J.
Too bad it ended today.
Yep, and in behalf of all of us, we work quite a lineup, and I'm sure you'll see their names at the end of this coverage, and the names will just come out. But it's been a pleasure presenting to you the PBA. Always, this is your league, your tournament, and we're just enjoying saying the important things that we can enjoy this game as well. Dr. J, good night. Good night to all of you. We'll see you on March 21. Purefoods is the champion of this KFC PBA Philippine Cup.